Good morning, everybody. It's Newfie from Newfie Loves Luxury. Well, I say good morning. It might not be your good morning. I just wanted to hop on here and say hello to everybody. It is the weekend here for me, so I'm not working today. But I do have a busy day, sort of. Busy day watching YouTube. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and just continue to share my excitement about my new bag. Please check out my other video, which was a true unboxing of Gucci. Anyway, to those that have watched me before and certainly made some comments around that video, thank you so much. And to those that may have just found me, welcome. And please think about liking, subscribing and commenting below, whether it's on this video or something else that you might like to see. I'm going to do another really different type of video, but I also like makeup, not just luxury items, so I was thinking I might just show everyone all my palettes, not be in it necessarily, just show all the palettes. But anyway, whole different video than today. So let's get into today's video. So everybody, today is about the bag that I bought, and it is my Gucci, and it's actually I can't remember the official name of the bag. I'll put it down, or I'll try to put it up here. It's a kind of a strange name, but anyway, I call it my double heart bag for obvious reasons. See the double heart. Now, I love it. I have used it. I've only used it twice, and they were just going out, you know, I went and had coffee, and I went and did a few jobs, and it was really good because it was able to be crossbody. But what I ended up doing, which is really funny, because as I expected, without having a top handle, so it comes with this long body strap, as you can see, and which is all leather. I have adjusted this really weirdly. Mostly I just adjust my bags and then that's where they stay. This one I've adjusted it up, I've adjusted it down, I've adjusted it back up. I tried wearing it as a shoulder, thinking that might help because it doesn't have a top handle. That annoyed me within 5 minutes, so I put it back and then I put it, anyway, a whole nother story, right? She just can't work out where I want to wear it. She's just like, oh. Anyway, let me show you. Let me just push my chair up away for a minute. This is where I've landed. I'm dressed a bit, anyway, it's black, so it's okay. So this is where I've landed for my crossbody, which to me, I'm 5'4", it's just on the middle of my hip, if that makes any sense. I like it there. It's super duper comfortable. It feels flat against my body. I can't tell you how much better this was than the Coach bag, which is what I want to talk about today. And I think what sells this bag and what makes it worth so much more than the Coach bag to me, or better than the Chanel bag, is because it's got this true, my second heart at the front. It's got this true pocket at the front that is more than big enough to put my phone. I have a foldable phone. To put my key fob if I want to, if I'm taking it out of my key clay. Actually, I think that's in there, funny enough, so here it is, it's my key. And a lipstick, so I can get to those things that I use all the time, because sometimes if I'm shopping, I don't necessarily get my purse out, I actually get my phone out and pay with my phone. So if I can find a bag that my phone is really accessible, and this is great for that. Now, for those that don't have a foldable phone, I'm not sure that would be an option for you. I don't think so. I don't have that phone, but I don't think so. But it would definitely fit in the back. So either way, you could swap around what it is that you want to have in the front versus the back. Because either way, the zips are easy to get into in this location, you know. So yeah, I'm really loving it. Again, I didn't find it heavy. I found it really nice to use. I'm sort of excited for the leather to soften just a little bit. That is the one thing the Coach has over this bag at the beginning, is the softness to the Coach bag, which I'll just grab. You know, that softness, you can't beat it. So there's the look. Actually, I should just put the use of it was good. The zip was good. The position on my body after I did it up and down, up and down, up and down was good, really good. I really love the gold hardware. I don't actually hate the black hardware. I think it's called black on the Coach bag either. But I just like this better. The Coach bag is, maybe because it doesn't have anything in it, is lighter. It's also a smaller bag, but that hasn't worried me. If you see this handle here, let me talk about that in a minute. It doesn't come with the bag, so just ignore that for a minute. So from a visual, and I don't know, I mean, obviously I wouldn't wear a bag on this side, right? And that probably needs to be a bit lower, or maybe that needs to be higher. I don't know. Here I go again. Let me lower the Coach bag. So see how the holes have got that, I don't know, what do you call that? That's surround. I hate my neck on the camera. Let me get out. Well, the Gucci one doesn't have it. It just has holes, if that makes sense. I hope. Oh, it just has the hole. Now, I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I've never had a problem with that before. But anyway, let me show you them together. So I'll just try and put the Gucci one. That's about the same length, okay? So I think they both look really nice. I don't have a problem with the way the Coach bag looks. I don't have a problem with how it opens to get into it because it has the gussets on the side. I just have a problem with how it looks bigger than it is. It's smaller in there than you think. You can get more. There's a smaller one than this, so it's not terrible. And if you're going out at night and you've got a lippy, you know, maybe keys and, you know, a little card holder or something like that, and you're just going out at night, this would be great. This would be fine. But here's how they look. I don't know what you think. I mean, really, they're similar. Let me get up a bit closer. Actually, let me take them off. So that was from a wearing it point of view. Okay, so let me come up to the camera and try to get my neck out the way. So let me just show you. This is the Coach, and this, stand back a bit, is the Gucci. This is the Gucci. Ignoring that handle, I really need to talk to you about that. So ignoring that. So this is definitely lighter. This is full of stuff though, so I don't know if that's true. Side by side. It may not appear. I wonder if I can do it that way. I mean, it appears that this is thicker, but I can assure you in real life it's not. I know it looks it. It looks like double the heart. It's really not. I still really like this Coach bag. I think it's one of the nicest Coach bags they've actually made. I do really enjoy the softness of this and the cushy. It really is soft and cushy. I really enjoy the black because I'm not a fan of this, what I call a dog clip. But because it's black, it sort of molds in, you know, you don't see it as much. So I'm okay with that. And I like that I don't find this bag very functional. Probably didn't really buy it to be functional, to be fair. I find the zips a little bit difficult, but not hard. Like I'm whinging, okay, I'm whinging. But when I compare it to this one, to me, it just feels no comparison. I particularly like Gucci's. Let me take this off actually, because I really like the gold hardware. I love these squeezy clips, and I think they also look really classy. This is going to, if you're really tall, which obviously I am not, this Gucci bag's going to be really great because it's got such a long length. It's actually seams longer than this one, although this has got a fair bit. But if you're taller, it's probably only got 2 more on what I've done it up to, and I'm only 5'4". I still think that would be fine for everybody. Anyway, so the difference is even though this is ridiculously soft, like it's like a cushion, it's like a pillow, right? But it's made that way. This is not meant to be made that way, but it is actually soft. I don't know if you can, but this is going to sound ridiculous. It's stiff but soft. Structured but soft? I don't know. Anyway, it's beautiful. Let me show you the back. I just really love this. I love the double heart and I love the functionality. I love the gold because I like gold hardware. You know, look, we all see it. Everyone's into this understated luxury. I think there is a time and a place for that. I think this would fit into that a little. Maybe the gold stands out, but it's really only got this Gucci emblem to identify it. There's not really anything all over this bag. Equally, there isn't on this one either, though. But what I don't actually care about quiet luxury. The only time that would faze me is if I was traveling somewhere where I felt a little bit unsafe. I most certainly would not want to have a luxury handbag or something that says, hey, I might have some money, come rob me, you know. That is a concern for me, but I don't often travel anywhere unless I'm in my own car or I'm with somebody. I don't go on public transport. I don't go into the places that I'd feel uncomfortable. But if I did, I'd probably put my jacket over it or something. Yeah. So in those circumstances, I can see that makes sense. But I'm all about colours and loud, and I just don't care about that stuff. But I also don't judge, each to their own, right? So the main differences between these, in my opinion, well, the Gucci is much bigger. It's got the 2 pockets, as I've discussed. It fits more. It just simply does. I don't know why. I can't explain it. My only thought is this is more pointy, maybe, I don't know if it looks that way, but so you've got to put things on in an angle. So, example, I'll just grab this. I'll just grab a small Victorian wallet, which I actually don't like either. Well, I do like the look of it. See how that's stuck? Let me put Gucci down. Oh, yeah. Okay, so if I was going to put, and this is probably going to make a liar out of me now, if I was going to put this in here, and there is a lot of room, don't get me wrong, but I feel like you need to put it on the back, or let me do it the other way, and you need to put it on an angle. I'll go this way. So I'm not saying there's not room in there for other things, but remember, by the time you close it, I don't know, it just, nothing sits in there. Let me try, I'll show you flat. If I try to, there is no flat in here, but if I tried to, there's this big, you're probably not seeing it, there's this big gap at the bottom. But even a card holder doesn't go straight, there's this big gap. So everything in this bag needs to be placed and put in a certain way. So you get a lot in there if you use a card holder and you put it on the angle. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's awkward. Now, I'm not pretending that the Gucci is like, you know, one of those, you know, like the Alma or the Speedy where you just pop everything in and it fits everything. I mean, it kind of does, but it does it in a different way. It's not, you know. The other thing about the Gucci that is probably not as good as the Heart in some ways is where the zip stops. See how it stops here? But on the Coach bag, it actually goes all the way down to the bottom. You see that? All the way down, which means that the Heart bag can be opened more with the gusset. So I don't mind that, to be honest. This one, ooh, here's it. This one only does to there, so you're kind of opening that part only. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but it still fits a lot. So I'll just take my glasses out of there. So in here at the moment anyway, I've got a mirror, I've got my zippy coin purse, and I've got my, and I have my glasses too, remember, my key clay. So even just with those, you can see there's a lot of room, so I can put my glasses on top with these, and I've got a mirror here, it's in the pocket. So, but you notice the way that I'm doing that? Because it doesn't do up down here, if that makes sense. So functionality wise, I still love this one better. I still like the inside and that I can somehow, I don't know how, fit more, and that it's got the extra pocket. So the extra pocket right now has got my, again, sorry, I haven't even zipped that. Even the little pocket, like even from a design point of view, they could have had that come down here and had a gusset so you could open that more. That's my only criticism right now, but because I think what's going to happen is as I'm pulling at it over time, I'm probably going to make the inside there dirty and also give it a funny shape. But I'm actually also okay with that because it's a zip and it'll do back up into shape. I just think that's something the Heart does, the Coach, sorry, not the Heart. The Coach does win on. I do like that. And there was plenty of room to mount the hardware, you know, whereas this doesn't have that. They've put it right where the zip is. But I also think that's what makes this bag larger. And also you can fit everything in the bag rather than putting it on the back of the bag and then closing the bag on top of it, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. The other good thing about this additional is it's a very, like I can even put my card holder, I know there's nothing in it, but pretend there was, in there with ease. I mean, actually with ease, and there's still more room for lipsticks. And so that's without even touching the back. Hence what I say, you don't just have to have a foldable phone like me. It's just that for me, I find that handy. You could do it the other way, put your big phone in the back and all your little things in the front. Whereas in the Heart bag, you've only got one choice, and that's open the whole Heart bag. With the annoying zip, it's kind of difficult to open. You do feel if you overpack it, which it shouldn't anyway, but it's going to come out. I don't know. Anyway, let me sit down. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a comparison between them and just show you, even if I put that on the bottom, you can really see, let me get a bit closer. So I've got my hand sitting at the bottom trying to get them. You can see the big difference. The Heart of the Gucci is just much larger. I feel like maybe that front Heart, yeah, That front heart actually is the same. I know you can't see that, but it is. It is the same size as the coach. So that actually makes a lot of sense now I've done that. That makes sense because if this heart is the same size as the coach, you've got this bigger additional heart on the back. And that's why it makes it feel more substantial as a handbag. And it's not just a pretty me up handbag. So on to my next topic about this Gucci handbag. The only other thing I would say about this, and I think it's also time, is what I've noticed is the strap is sort of very structured and stiff, so I really want that to soften a bit. I prefer all bags to have some sort of reaching ability so that when you get in and out of the car, or you sat down and have coffee and we'll pick your bag up, and that's before you put it on yourself. I just find a handle helpful. So I was going to go onto Etsy or one of those places because I did go to Gucci and they don't sell their chains separately. Anyway, and I had a few Louis chains, but they're too long for a handle. So funny enough, let me grab it out. So I was just out shopping yesterday, just normal shopping, like I went to the grocery store, etc. And I thought, I went into just the bag shop, just the normal everyday, where you get luggage and just cheaper bags, I suppose. And there was this bag. Now, I don't really care about the bag, to be honest. I'll show you it anyway, but it's just a bag, cheap bag, whatever. They had big sales on as well, so I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, this bag, not that it matters because it's not about this bag, comes with a crossbody strap with gold hardware, which I haven't opened because I'm just going to display as a present. But what it also came with was a top handle, so they obviously clip on there. Okay, I've taken it off. And it also came with a chain. And the chain is removable and it's gold. Okay, it's not any brand and it's certainly not high luxury, but it's not any different than what you get on like an Etsy, in my opinion. So with that, given that that's got a long crossbody, I can give that as a present. You can see the tags are still on, hence why I have not unpacked that. I don't plan on keeping it, and this may not be my solutions, but it's my short-term solution. So I put it on, and I mean, it can just hang there like that, right? And I thought, oh, that's okay, because the good thing about it is I can pick it up. I can hang it in the back of my car, where I do hang bags on the back of my car when I'm driving. I've got a little hook thing on the back of the seat, so they're safe and out of the way. And the other thing is I can actually just grab it, right? And the other good thing is it just can hang there and look pretty. And if I don't want it at the front, I could just hang it towards the back. Right, because it's just more about the functionality of having something. My concern is always when I put this sort of cheapish hardware on bags, I worry that that will damage the metal on the good luxury bag, if that makes sense. The other thing that I didn't realise until I wore it is that's all good and dandy there. The zip gets in the way of the chain. If I just could solve that by putting it up a bit. Okay. The other thing that I realised is when I put this on, it obviously pulls up, and let me show you. It pulls that up, right? Means the buckles then come up. And what that does is lift the chain, and look where it's lifting it, right on the Gucci emblem. Wasn't so keen on that. Not a big deal. I can simply just put the chain to the back and do it up at the back and still have it for functionality, and it looks cute, even if you have it on your arm, like this, which I do a lot. This is a functional handle, let me step back a bit, that you can also put on there. Now I'll tell you the price of, now remember I bought a bag that I'm going to give as a gift to somebody, still got the long body strap in it. It was $29. So with $29, I've got a bag for a gift for maybe a little girl or somebody. I've got a little chain that I can play with, and I've got this little handle. So I thought it was worth, the bag was irrelevant because I would have bought them too on Etsy or somewhere, eBay or something, and it would have been probably more expensive. And I've only used it twice. I do want to use this a little bit more and then come back with some more reviews on the wear and tear, what I've been able to muck around with, what does fit and what doesn't fit. But as I said, right now, all the things that I can't even get a mini pochette in here, actually, in the back one. But I chose not to because you can fit more things in this sort of style bag without using it. And what I did in here, which is a little bit different to what I normally do, is I didn't want to use the card holder, I wanted to use my zippy coin purse. If I didn't use that, I'd fit the mini pochette, no worries. I actually use my key clay. So I've put my car fob just in the front, just sitting in the front, and that's where I put my phone and a lippy. And then what I did with this is I actually took my key fob out, and I'm sure everyone does this. I love this so much. And so I've just tucked in the little chain that comes with it. Usually my key fob is on that, just in case. And believe it or not, in here I've got a baby lipstick. I've got a hair tie. I've got a little Louis perfume. I've got sugar, because I take sugar everywhere. I've got a little bit of cash, which is a just in case thing. And that's pretty much all that was in my mini pochette. And so I've got all that in there really comfortably. I could still put more in there if I wanted to. It's actually got a lot of space. Because I've had this for a while now, this leather's been beautiful and it's worn, so I can actually use this. I love this. So I end up putting all my things in there. The mirror was the only other thing which I've got tucked into the back pocket here. I don't know if you can see that. I think my mirror is just, it's a really thin, I think it's an Anastasia. The reason I like it is Anastasia Beverly Hills, because it's so pretty, but it's also thin, and it's, yeah. So that fits into the back pocket with ease. It's out of the way of everything. For some reason I also have a mask. Oh, also down there I have sugar, and I have a thing, you know, to clean your glasses. So this is bigger than you think. Fits in there beautifully. And I still, as you've seen, I've got so I've got my zippy with everything. I've got my little keep ball with everything. I can fit my headphones down there with ease. I fit in my Louis Vuitton sunglasses, which I'll just show you. And then I can do that up with ease. And then I've got this whole front pocket, which, remember, it's the size of the heart bag. It's just thinner. And in here I've got my key fob at the moment, but equally I put my phone, my lipstick, and yeah, it's just, I find it really good. And then I'm pretty full. And I mean, any bag, you put anything in any bag, it's going to be heavy, right? Yeah. So, thoughts, comparisons. My personal opinion is I don't think there's any comparison. I think the comparison is really in the money. I think I paid about 800 and something for this one, which is the Coach, and this was 3,020 Australian dollars. So really you buy 3 of these for 1 of these. For me personally, I think this one is still worth it. I think if you're looking for a nice luxury handbag for under $1,000, this is fantastic, especially if you want something a bit different like I did. Because I don't wear a lot of black handbags either, so if I'm going to wear a black handbag, I want it to be cute. And I think this does fit the bill. But if you can afford it and you want to get something that really can be for every day, not just a little bit of fun at night, because I think, and I would take my Prada, not this, then this is the way to go. I definitely think I'm going to buy another Gucci. I'm now looking on the Gucci website, so kind of got me in a little bit. I definitely want the Gucci belt. I've always wanted the Gucci belt. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. Guys, tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, and help me grow this channel. I feel like I'm not really growing much at the moment. I'm doing my best. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and again, comment anything you want. All right, I'll see you again soon. Have a good day.